Hey everyone! In today's video, I'm excited to showcase some famous celebrity mothers and their stunning daughters. You're going to love it, so sit back, enjoy the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more amazing content. Thank you for your support. Lisa Bonet, 57 years old, and Zoe Kravitz, 36 years old. Jada Pinkett Smith, 53 years old, and Willow Smith, 24 years old. Andie MacDowell, 67 years old, and Margaret Qualley, 30 years old. Pamela Bach passed away in 2025 at the age of 61, and Taylor Ann Hasselhoff, 35 years old. Tippi Hedren, 95 years old, and Melanie Griffith, 68 years old. Priscilla Presley, 80 years old, and Lisa Marie Presley passed away in 2023 at the age of 54. Angelina Jolie, 50 years old, and Shiloh Jolie Pitt, 19 years old. Victoria Beckham, 51 years old, and Harper Beckham, 14 years old. Melanie Griffith, 68 years old, and Dakota Johnson, 35 years old. Melissa Matheson passed away in 2015 at the age of 65, and Georgia Ford, 35 years old. Vanessa Paradis, 52 years old, and Lily Rose Depp, 26 years old. Rebecca Broussard, 62 years old, and Lorraine Nicholson, 35 years old. Frances Fisher, 73 years old, and Francesca Eastwood, 32 years old. Pauletta Washington, 74 years old, and Katia Washington, 37 years old. Marshalene Bertrand passed away in 2007 at the age of 56, and Angelina Jolie, 50 years old. Dany Garcia, 56 years old, and Simone Alexandra Garcia Johnson, 24 years old. Melanie Griffith, 68 years old, and Stella Bonderas, 28 years old. Gwyneth Paltrow, 52 years old, and Apple Martin, 21 years old. Kenya Baldwin, 57 years old, and Hailey Bieber, 28 years old. Jennifer Schwalbach Smith, 54 years old, and Harley Quinn Smith, 26 years old. Jerry Hall, 69 years old, and Georgia May Jagger, 33 years old. Carrie Lowell, 64 years old, and Hannah Dunn, 35 years old. Sunetra Sastry, 67 years old, and Lily Sastry, 30 years old. Robin Wright, 59 years old, and Dylan Francis Penn, 34 years old. Faith Hill, 57 years old, and Gracie McGraw, 28 years old. Kimberly Buffington, 53 years old, and Zoe Grace Quaid, 17 years old. Kim Basinger, 71 years old, and Ireland Baldwin, 29 years old. Kate Moss, 51 years old, and Lila Grace Moss, 22 years old. Katie Holmes, 46 years old, and Suri Noel, 19 years old. Jill Tavelman, 69 years old, and Lily Collins, 36 years old. Uma Thurman, 55 years old, and Maya Hockey, 27 years old. Blythe Danner, 82 years old, and Gwyneth Paltrow, 52 years old. Kim Kardashian, 44 years old, and Northwest, 12 years old. Kelly Preston passed away in 2020 at the age of 57, and Ella Blue Travolta, 25 years old. Brenda Harvey Ritchie, 73 years old, and Nicole Richie, 43 years old. Cassandra Harris passed away in 1991 at the age of 43, and Charlotte Brosnan passed away in 2013 at the age of 41. Cheryl Howard, 71 years old, and Bryce Dallas Howard, 44 years old. Catherine Ross, 85 years old, and Cleo Rose Elliott, 40 years old. Jennifer Flavin, 57 years old, and Sistine Stallone, 27 years old. Beverly D. Angelo, 73 years old, and Olivia Pacino, 24 years old. Patty Cialfa, 72 years old, and Jessica Springsteen, 33 years old. Peggy Lipton passed away in 2019 at the age of 72, and Rashida Jones, 49 years old. Jane Birkin passed away in 2023 at the age of 76, and Charlotte Gainsbourg, 54 years old. Cindy Crawford, 59 years old, and Kaya Jordan Gerber, 23 years old. Maria Shriver, 69 years old, and Christina Schwarzenegger, 34 years old. Tish Cyrus, 58 years old, and Miley Cyrus, 32 years old. Debbie Rowe, 66 years old, and Paris Jackson, 27 years old. Kimberly Ann Scott, 50 years old, and Haley Jade Scott, 29 years old. Jan Smithers, 76 years old, and Molly Elizabeth Brolin, 38 years old. Linda McCartney passed away in 1998 at the age of 56, and Stella McCartney, 53 years old. Diane Abbott, 80 years old, and Drina De Niro, 57 years old. Reese Witherspoon, 49 years old, and Ava Elizabeth Filippi, 25 years old. Bebe Buell, 72 years old, and Liv Tyler, 48 years old. Samantha Lewis passed away in 2002 at the age of 49, and Elizabeth Banks, 51 years old. Ali Hewson, 64 years old, and Eve Hewson, 34 years old. Ingrid Bergman passed away in 1982 at the age of 67, and Isabella Rossellini, 73 years old.